Hello everybody and welcome to another MX Bikes video, and today guys we are going to be testing a subscriber setup here on the Cucumber, which is a bike that's kind of in the gray area right now. I mean, I think when the patch dropped, everyone's like, oh my god, Cucumber, really good, it's a yummy Cucumber. But I looked at the pro list, all right, of the top 35 that qualified. I think there was 2 or 3 Cucumbers out of 35, so that's not looking good. I saw mostly Hondas, saw some YZs, I saw 2 Huskies, maybe a KTM. And that was it, but for the most part, it's just a Honda train still, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I think the Honda, again, very, very good overall, but we're going to see if we can make a good setup here with the Cucumber. So I want you guys to stick to the end of the video, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and let's run it up, boys. I'll show you guys the setup right now. This is from a subscriber. If I'm not lazy, then I'll show you a picture of the comment, but this is over here. All this red stuff is just what was default, the stock setup. And this is the real setup here on the left. So you're going to want to copy all this down. Only change the stuff that's, you know, in red. That's only the stuff that I changed from stock. You can see a lot of it is in the suspension. I think that's the most important thing when it comes to outdoors, especially on this track. I just got home from a 4-day trip. I have not played this game at all. It's like 11:15 right now. So I don't know how this is going to go. I ran a couple laps and then actually ran like a 208 or something like that, which is 3 seconds off qual, which is not too bad at all, especially on this bike. It's not a bike I'm really familiar with at all, but this is the setup here. No difference in drivetrain, just these 2 changes here, and that's it. This is a sub setup. I think it's pretty good. I've been running some laps on it, so we're gonna see what we can do here. We are going to see here at Paula. All right, again, just got the track. I have no idea what's going on. I was up in Montana for 4 days. It was an awesome trip. It was good just to get away, dude. Get away from doing this every single day. You know, I've been doing this for 11 months straight every single day, and then, you know, 9 of those months I was at school, so doing that as well. Anyway, let's see what we can do here, man. I have, again, not played this game a lot, and this track is looking mighty rough. You can see my ghost. I put down a pretty good lap. That 208 had probably about 3 or 4 mistakes, but no crashes. Oh, this right side I've noticed is way better. As you can see, I'm just going to eat it here. So, with this... Oh, I respawned all the way back. Whatever. With this setup, alright, the suspension is much softer. Okay, we got loose suspension. Obviously, you need that, you know, moving from Supercross into outdoors. You want to loosen up that suspension. You want to start eating the roughness a little bit here. Dude, I'm riding like an absolute spodie right now. Also, if you guys want to see your setups featured in one of these videos, I'm going to make this as a series, just testing out your guys' setups. Because, I mean, if we really want to make the God setup, we need the community's help, man. You can get a skill setup, you can get a hurl setup, you can get a lens setup, whatever. You know, but it's really going to take a lot of people to find setups for these bikes that really, really work. So, I'm totally down to make this a series, keep doing it. But one of the big things with the Cucumber is the suspension. It's very bouncy, right? Especially beforehand. So if you took a bouncy setup on this track right here, if you're coming into a corner with a bunch of braking bumps, you're just gonna hop around. You're gonna skip diddly-do. You're gonna put that front wheel right into the berm, and you're gonna tuck it every single time. So you can see there, it eats it up a little bit. Oh God. I'm riding terrible right now. I'm not even gonna lie. But this track is pretty hard, dude. Bro, people were like, it's not gonna be rough, dude. Oh my God, TFC, what are you doing? Dude, listen, the thing with Stoney's tracks, I love Stoney's tracks, by the way. He does not do roughness in a realistic way at all. It's very high scale, it's very smooth, but it's very big. And that's why it's, you know, so effective. But I think this roughness here, obviously bringing it back to a more realistic sense. The track's much skinnier, but you can see how just little and sharp it is, right? That sharpness is really what you want, and that's, you know, fairly relative to real life. Obviously, this is not as rough as real life because, you know, if we made it that rough, then, you know, the Pabobi physics, they would not be able to handle it. But TFC, I think he did a great job on this track. Obviously, it's just first impression. I got to keep playing it, and obviously riding on the KX. Maybe I've gotten a little bit more mad at it than I should be. And I'm a little bit worried, you know, that maybe I don't have the pace for outdoors. But we'll see, you know. I got to just keep playing the game, as you can see. Riding terrible. I mean, a 208 on a 3rd lap, I feel like that's not too bad, dude. I feel like that's not too shabby. Alright, here we go. We're going to see if we can run a good lap here. Just want to run something smooth. I think if I make no mistakes, I can probably run a 206, maybe a high 205. But we gotta hit all the lines. See what we can do here. Look at the gear we got, dude. ENMX, maybe some gear. Look at the gloves. It says the Jan on the gloves there. A little bit dirty. You can't really see it, but pretty freaking sick. Oh, God. Alright, I gotta focus up now. Gotta be a better way through that corner. Gotta hit this right. That's going off the track, but you know what? We take those. We take those, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God. Oh, God. It is very front tucky, I will say. I need to get on the Honda because this bike, it feels pretty slippery on this track, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, my God. It sucks. But dude, this track is not easy, bro. I'm gonna say it, man. It's tough. The rhythms, you gotta know which side of the track to hit them on, because I love what TFC has done with these jumps. They're not all the same height. Like over here, you gotta hit this right side if you want to triple into this, you know. And that triple feels impossible, dude. Like your first few laps, like there's no way people are hitting that. But once you get the experience, you know the lines. It's actually super easy. It's uphill, just I mean, it's pabobo galore. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch the race at all. I know Ian didn't qualify, which sucks, but they took 35, 205.1, I'm pretty sure was the slowest time. So, there's some fast guys, 250 class, man. That was 250 NA. Obviously, EU, I didn't even look at the stats at EU. I think EU would be a little bit easier, maybe not, if it was held after NA. Oh my goodness. But this setup, it's not bad. Alright, it is not bad. I think a lot of this is rider error, obviously, with me not playing this game at all. 4 days actually might be the biggest break I've taken from this game since I got it, which was like, I don't even know, 9 months ago, something like that. So this does feel a bit weird. When I first got on, I'm not gonna lie, dude, the FOV felt so weird. I was like, dude, wait, what is this? Did they like update the FOV? But now I'm just, you know, back to being used to it. But I was just like, I kind of know what you guys are saying, because some people in the comments are like, bro, your FOV's way too high, what are you doing? And to me, it just feels normal, right? Now it just feels normal. I just got used to it. But when you first look at it after a while, you're like, damn, that's way too much. Oh my goodness. Again, bro, I gotta say it, it's just too bouncy, man. You know, the Husky, man, I don't know what it is. They got some spring-a-ding-dings in this thing. It's just too bouncy. I mean, we got a pretty loose suspension setup here, and I just can't really deal with the bounce. It's just a little bit too inconsistent. It's definitely not a bad setup. I think a pro could get on this easily and just rip it up, no problem. I'm just not there with the skills, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're just not there yet. Let's see if we can finish this lap up. There we go. Hit a good line there. Oh. Now, I will say with TFC, if you are watching this, I doubt you are, the textures, man, I don't have the best vision, okay? I just don't. It's not good. But, man, I cannot really see, man. Like, what? I can't really see the bumps, you know? It's just all the same color. And I don't know too much about textures. I think you just have to do some research on tracks that, you know, have good visibility. But one of the biggest problems I've had with TFC's tracks is the visibility. It's been very, very hard to see. I think JV does a really, really good job of, you know, making everything very visible. But when you have these ruts and they're the same color and there's not much shadow on them, you can't even see the ruts there, you know what I mean? And it's only in some sections. Roughness is also pretty hard to see, which, I mean, it is kind of realistic, I guess, but I feel like it's just an easy fix, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not the texture's bad, it's just kind of hard to see. There we go. Like the first time I've ever gotten a good run. This section's been the hardest because I've spent like no time on it at all. Because I've just been like resetting if I get a bad lap, but it's actually not bad. See what this lap turns out to be here. Little 213 action. We'll take that. Alright, here we go. Another one. Alright, third gear is not what we want to be in right here. That was actually a decent line there. We're gonna get wobbly. It does ride high as well. That's something that the Honda does really, really well. And same with the YZ. They don't feel like they ride super high. They feel very low, very stable, you know. That's something I notice in real life too. I mean, this might just be the way the bike looks, but in real life, it feels like the Hondas ride a lot lower than the, especially like the Suzuki that Kenny was riding Supercross. That bike looked like it just rode super high. That obviously might not be true at all. It probably isn't, but the Hondas just look like they're low to the ground constantly. I don't know if they have softer suspension or what it is, but this look very smooth, very, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but speaking of Pro Motocross, I didn't get to watch the race, but I saw the results. Listen, man, I've been a Deegan dude. I've been a Deegan supporter, bro, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That dude is insane. Okay, I know it's like a home track, home race thing, which maybe took into effect, but bro, I watched his vlog, and after race 1, he's just like talking to his dad. He's like, dude, I'm not even tired. Like, literally, he's just not even tired. So I think genetically, obviously, his dad's an absolute beast. I think he just has it, you know. He works hard. He's got the genetics. You know, he doesn't get arm pump. That's a big deal, dude. If you're not getting tired, you know, you're not gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna, you know, ride yourself into a hole or anything. You know, if he feels that good after a 35-minute moto, first 35-minute moto, mind you, it wasn't super hot in Cali. I don't think. It looked like a cloudy day and stuff, but I mean, dude, that's a big deal, dude. Beating Vial, especially in that second moto, coming from behind and passing him. That's pretty crazy, dude. That's a world champion, so seeing him get second overall was cool. And then obviously 450. I haven't really watched anything on 450 at all. I haven't watched the races yet, but you know, Jet going 1-1 is nuts. I mean, the series isn't over. You know, I think a lot of people were saying it was boring racing, and man, you guys must not be fans of the sport, dude, because that was, I thought, just from watching the stats and the highlights, it looked like it was a really, really good race, and that it's going to be a good season. You know what I mean? It's not like Jet was just dropping off Sexton. Like, come on now. And especially 250 class. 250 class is going to be insane. I mean, there's probably a good 7 dudes that can win an overall on any given day. You know, I think Hunter obviously is still the favorite, but it's pretty gnarly, man. That 250 class is freaking stacked, man. So I cannot wait for Saturday. I can't wait for Friday as well, because I'm finally getting it to race. I obviously didn't race this first round, or attempt to qualify, I guess. Yeah, not seeing Ian not qualifying. I mean, he wasn't even close. He was, I think, 17 positions off, which that's a lot, dude. You know what I mean? That's a freaking lot. He was like 2.5 seconds off the time, so that's a bit unnerving, not gonna lie. Me and him are, you know, fairly decently the same in pace. He honestly, maybe, Brendan Heaters is probably quicker than I am, so who knows? We'll have to see. I think some guys will stop racing the series as time goes on, and hopefully E's a bit easier, but I feel pretty good here. We're actually on a decent lap right now. I mean, I think a 208.5 is pretty good for not being on the game in a while. Oh my goodness. Well, there goes that lap. But, dude, listen, TFC, I like the tracks, and honestly, the setup, I would try it out. Copy it, put it on your bike. Obviously, if you're not, you know, a top guy, this will probably be just fine. Honestly, it might even feel super good for you, but I feel like the speeds I'm going right now and where I've kind of gotten used to with the YZ and the Honda, you know, I just can't really adjust to it, man. I really can't. I think Zuki's going to be a great supercross bike when that comes around again, but outdoors, man, I don't know. A bit too bouncy for me, a bit too unstable, but obviously pro guys are going to make it work. Like, all those dudes that qualified on it, they're going to make it work because they're just better than me, dude, just straight up. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Transfer. Nope.